Stampers, it's Christy with Stampin' Texas. Do you have your Christmas cards made yet for this year? Well, this is a fun one that you may want to try. And this one showcases the window sheets that you can find in the Quatrefancy Designer Series paper pack. So this is great. Love being able to look through it. And you get two 12 by 12 sheets in that designer pack. So be sure to check that out because it coordinates with the Mosaic Madness stamp set. So let me show you the pieces you're going to need to get started for this card. And in order to maximize that window sheet, since it is 12 by 12, I've cut this card just a little bit different, so you want to make note of the measurements. This card is 4 inches by 8.5, so it's going to be 4 by 8.5, and then I have scored that at 5.5, so this is what you should have. This little piece like this. Okay, that's going to be our base. The white piece that's inside, I have cut to 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. So that's your inside piece. There's this little strip of cherry cobbler cardstock on the bottom. That's this one. And you're going to cut that to 4 by 1 1/4. And then finally, the window sheet piece is cut to 4 by 2 inches. So these are the pieces that you're going to need for this card. Now the first thing I'd like to do before we adhere it all together, I'm going to show you quickly how to heat emboss. I've stamped that, and I'm going to show you the steps for heat embossing. Now the Happy Christmas image comes from the stamp set called More Merry Messages. And this one is not pictured in the catalog. It is a carryover stamp set. So be sure to look in the description box below the video, and there's a link for the PDF of all the holiday carryover stamp sets. You don't want to forget about those. They're great stamp sets. So for our little red piece, I'm going to take my embossing buddy, rub it on there. That just keeps the embossing powder from sticking where you don't want it. Then we're going to use Versamark. And I've got my image on there. Stamp the Happy Christmas down here. And then we're going to sprinkle some white embossing powder on it. Like that. Now I have actually already done one. At this point, you're actually going to take your heat tool and heat that up till it's nice and white. And you'll know when it changes. It definitely, here I'll even show you, there's my after, there's my before. There we go. So this one has already been heat embossed, so it's ready to go. So let me show you how to put your card pieces together. All you do is we're going to start on the short flap of your card base. We're going to run some snail along the edge. Try to get as close to the edge as you can, like that. We're going to take this piece and let it overlap just a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. And now we're going to take our piece that we've embossed and we're going to put the adhesive on this flap. And now at this point we're going to line up the bottom edge of the card and this piece on top. So that way we can make sure it's the correct size. Alright, so we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and quickly add our white piece inside. It just kind of helps when you're putting your mosaic pieces everywhere. Gives your eye, whoa, kind of a guide. Alright, now on this card I have stamped and punched 7 different little mosaics using the Mosaic Madness stamp set. You can choose any of those images you'd like with the punch. I've done some in Old Olive and some in Cherry Cobbler, but there's going to be 4 on the front and 3 on the inside. With the 4 on the front, I have put dimensionals on the backs of those, but then the 3 on the inside you can just put on with snail, because all that is meant to do is just cover up the back side. So let's see, let's start with the green. And really, wherever you want to put them kind of just, I don't really have a particular tip for finding the right spot, just whatever looks good to you. That looks all right. And then this last one, like that. And then see on the inside, now all you're going to do is you're wanting to just cover up where that adhesive is. So just put a little snail on there. And I mean, I'm going to even go right here. Really, you only need 2, but you can have extras, or even if you have some extras, put them down on the white piece. But you get the idea. Now the only other thing I did is I took some baker's twine and doubled it up and wrapped a bow around. Now I do not have a little helper. Usually about this time I call my kids in to help me because I always need somebody to put their finger right on that bow. But all you're going to do is double this up, wrap it. You could tie it in a bow, you could tie it in a knot, but I'm not going to show you how to do that. You could figure that out. But that is a fun and very cute Christmas card. I hope you have enjoyed today's project, and for more project ideas, be sure to check out my website, stampintx.com, and also be sure to like my Facebook page. Thank you!